This is not the man I met. He is egotistical, he disrespects me.
This entire marriage has been forced upon me.
When you don't have trust, when you don't have that foundation, the relationship is over before it starts.
I'm at my breaking point. He has a problem with spending.
You have champagne taste on a soda water budget.
Yes,
What's
honey,
going on?
come on, champagne taste. It's about the taste, not about the budget.
You can't trust him anymore. The man that I married would never have done that.
I'm not going to advise her to try to make this work because I think it's dangerous. I think it's gone beyond that. Here is today's case.
She says she invested $7,000 into her boyfriend's singing career, only to see him waste the money and bills go unpaid. She believes there's another woman in the picture. He says he loves her, but her accusations are tearing them apart. That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, our virtual audience is filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Sheila from Pikesville, Maryland.
Sheila, we are so happy to have you with us today. As my special guest, I'm sending you an autographed copy of my book, Sis, Don't Settle. Enjoy.
Your Honor, this is the case of Iqbal versus Fleming.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Sarah Iqbal,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have brought Mr. Klay Red Fleming
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. You are suing for $7,000, the amount of an unpaid loan.
Correct.
I understand the two of you have also been in a relationship for 3 years. You are not married, but you've had a number of serious issues that's causing you to question whether you should stay in the relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll start with you, ma'am. Let's start from the beginning. Tell me what's going on.
So I'm bringing Klay here today because I feel like he's been completely irresponsible with our finances. It's starting to cause an issue in our home and also in our relationship. I feel like I'm constantly picking up responsibilities that he should be handling. In addition to that, I think he's had inappropriate relationships with other women, and he continues to have inappropriate communication with them as far as I see it. So just together, these two issues, they've taken a toll on me, and I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to handle that and if we can work through these issues.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Fleming?
Your Honor, I think pretty much what is happening here, Miss Iqbal is from Pakistan, and I was born here in America. And we have somewhat of cultural differences, and most of these are accusations that she just don't understand the nature of my business, nor how I went about spending the amount of monies that she gave me. Some of the things I was transparent about, some I wasn't. Mm-hmm. So I think more than anything, there's a misunderstanding here, Your Honor.
Okay, and when you say the nature of your business, what is it that you do?
I'm an entertainer. I am a entertainer. I sing blues. My name is Klay Red, and I sing Southern Soul Blues. I have a record called Chicken Wing that's really got hot, and I also run a studio. So I have a lot of activity there, a lot of women coming through, a lot of people. It's like pretty much a pit stop sometimes. Mm-hmm. And Sada just don't understand. I've been trying to explain to her that, these are some of the things that happens in my business, but she seems to think I'm having, some type of...
It's inappropriate is what
inappropriate relationship.
Okay. What do you say is happening? Because you said that things started off well in the beginning, as they normally do, but then he became ungrateful, according to you.
Yes, Your Honor. I feel like since the beginning, I've bending over backwards. I help clean the house. I'm cooking. I take the dogs out. I feed the dogs, doing laundry, everything I can. But oftentimes it comes back with complaints. I've cooked a lot of times Pakistani food for him, but it doesn't compare to what he's used to. So I just feel like no matter how hard I try and what I'm doing, he's not seeing and appreciating what I'm doing. So I will try at times, maybe to cook something that's more to his taste, but then he always compares it to what he's used to, and I just can't seem to meet the bar.
With all due respect, she just, I'm a summer preacher. She can't cook American food. Most of the food she cook, and I really like American food. I can cook pretty much everything associated with any church after meeting, collard greens, cornbreads, cabbage, with turkey necks, you name it. I would like to submit some evidence to show you the kind of food that she cooked. And, I like fried chicken, and here's some of the food that she cooks. And I try to be nice as I possibly can, Sada's very sensitive.
Have you tried to help her and show her some of your skills in the kitchen?
Well, yeah, I've shown her. We try to cook together, but sometimes we just can't finish up because, like I say, she have a way of doing things, and it's just somewhat of a culture difference, Your Honor, you know?
That just appears to be something that the two of you can resolve by you cooking more. Case
Right.
closed. But you say a bigger issue is what?
Is how he acts around other women. He's a really big flirt, and he's outside of his music production. He predominantly works in clubs. So, you know, I've been there with him several times. So I
Doing
know
what in clubs?
He hosts. He's a host at clubs. He's usually on the mic and introducing songs and things that are going on and promoting things at the club.
Well, Mr. Fleming, are you leaving, going to one of your acts today?
Ma'am,
after court?
let me say this, Your Honor. I'll make a long story
You
short.
appear like you've dressed for the occasion.
Well, this is how I dress every day, Your Honor. I mean, you know, I provide what they call entertainment. I'm a host. So I dress like this, and once I go to work, I'm a character, you know? Some things I may say at work, it's just some in character. I have to motivate people to drink, spend money. You know, I work at that type of club. So when the entertainers are on stage, you know, I don't have a script, Your Honor. I'm off the top of my head.
You know, he has that demeanor of, I'm a Mac, and he's always got the outfit on, and...
Miss Iqbal, you've been to his shows. Do you have an understanding that a lot of what they do is an act, it is a persona, and it's just to get a rise or a reaction or a laugh out of people?
We probably went out together maybe a year and a half, for a long time, where I didn't feel like he was crossing some lines. But at the point where he is, and this is what the coworkers are telling me, like if I'm not there, he's really close to the women half of the time. Instead of working, he's flirting, he's maybe exchanging numbers. But I will say, when I see him giving his number out, is 8 out of 10 times to women, and his clients, 8 out of 10 are men. So that proportion there of what he's saying, how he's promoting his business,
That's not
is
true.
a little
It's like 50-50, Sada. You can't say it's half of them are men and half of them are women.
I have seen stuff in his phone. I saw text messages. They were consistent. They were daily, and he was calling this person baby, boo, terms of endearment.
It's a friend of mine that cleans my house sometimes.
And not to this day have I met her. I've asked him, I said, if that's your friend, there should be no problem that I can meet her.
Is there anything else that you say he's given his number out, but have you actually seen anything that's inappropriate in his phone?
I have seen stuff in his phone. You know, when we first got together, we agreed we were going to have a transparent relationship. And I try to give him his space, not be nosy, respect, you know, his personal space. But I think over the 2 years we've been together, I've picked his phone up twice. Yeah. And I saw text messages between him and somebody. And they were consistent, they were daily, and he was calling this person baby, boo, terms of endearment, and asking her bring him food. And that one, I felt pretty certain that was beyond just a platonic relationship. And I do feel like if he saw those types of messages in my phone, he would probably question it the same way.
Who were you asking to bring you food?
It's a friend of mine that cleans my house sometimes. This is a 15-year friend of mine. She don't have any family. She struggled with, you know, quite a few things, and I'm her friend. So oftentimes, she's a very private person. She only want to come by when no one's there. So in my texts, you know, I would let her know, no one's here right now. It's a good time for you to come by, because she's a very private person. But Sada, when we initially started dating, I don't
understand what being a private person has to do with being. I mean, she's obviously okay with being around you. So when you say she's a private person, she doesn't want to be around anyone else except for you.
And not
no, she
to this
doesn't.
day have I met her. I've asked him, I said, if that's your friend, there should be no problem that I can meet her.
But she has a cleaning business.
Why hasn't your girlfriend of 3 years met this friend of yours of 15 years?
Well, she...
And this goes beyond just that.
She has. She has met her. She has met her.
I have not met her.
Yes, she
I
did.
will explain
You did
this.
that day you met her. And when you accused us of having a relationship, and I told you, would you like to talk to her, or what, you know, or would you like to see her? And I put her on the phone.
He put somebody on the phone that I do not know was her.
So you put somebody on the phone. But my only question is, if she's been a longtime friend of 15 years,
15 years,
you've been in a relationship for 3 years. You say she's lonely. She don't have a lot of friends. Right. Why haven't you introduced her to the woman in your life, sir? In 3 years.
So may I say one more thing, Your Honor?
I would like an answer to this question.
Because I understand that Sada, you know, after a point, like initially we was having a transparent relationship. I wanted to give her the codes to all my Facebook, Twitter, everything. But when I did, I hadn't cleaned it. So
you're not gonna answer my question?
Yes, ma'am, I'm getting ready to answer them. I'm getting up to it.
And she showed me signs
of...
wrap up to the
yes,
answer.
Ma'am.
Just
yes,
tell
ma'am.
me
I'm
the
sorry.
answer.
I'm sorry. She showed me signs of, regardless if she did meet her, that she would feel the same way, Your Honor.
Really? She showed
Yes.
so because she showed you signs
Yes.
that she was not gonna approve
She's
this
been
friendship.
accusing me over and
Your
over
decision.
again, and I'm at the point in my life, ma'am, I don't cheat, Your Honor. The money that she lent me was $7,000. I had a friend of mine give me a tip, and I went and purchased some chicken stock. And
We know nothing about stock, Your Honor.
my chicken wing song. You know, I took the amount of the money and shot a video, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're not getting your money back. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
So I have more to add to this story. So after I saw the text messages, I went onto his Facebook and I did research and I saw what she looked like, and she had blonde hair. So, you know, weeks on down the line, I found blonde hair in his room, and it was actually in his bed.
See what I'm saying?
So I connected the dots, and like I said, those messages, when I read them, I felt fairly certain this was more than just a platonic friendship relationship. So I've also found that hair in his bed, and then...
A hair in my bed? How could, what she had? What you
So-
had? A
so it would
magnifying
be
glass? How could you
different-
find a piece of blonde
Because there
hair
was some black sheets
unless you
and it
have
was
a
standing out.
magnifying glass? And that's the problem. She
Regardless
go
of
looking
how
for
it
things.
showed up, it was there.
So where did the hair come from?
I would like him to answer that.
Your Honor,
And
she's
this
a
was in
friend. She has a
personal
cleaning
space.
service. She was just cleaning my room. She also does my clothes. I'm not cheating, Your Honor. I'm not cheating. I don't want to cheat, and I promised her that I wouldn't cheat. I'm not a cheating man. I'm a one-ladies man at this point in my life.
The two of you have had several disputes about money.
We have.
What is the basis of that?
So he's a very frivolous spender. One of his biggest splurges is his outfits, and he always has the reason of being an entertainment why he has to have this massive wardrobe and consistently buy new clothes. He has a new outfit on for the show, head to toe, everything is brand new. You know, he has to stand out, and he has to make sure
Your Honor,
he's
and
seen.
this is my style. People are used to me. I try to make people happy and inspire people with my dress. I spend my last money on clothes, Your Honor, because I know I'm going to get more money.
That's the issue, right? The spending money on wardrobe and
Yes, ma'am.
sometimes the bills aren't being paid?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have an exhibit that I brought, some evidence that the money that she lent me, it was $7,000. I spent $5,000, Your Honor, which I didn't. I wasn't transparent about that, which I should have told her. But if I had told her, she wouldn't have been with it at all. I had a friend of mine give me a tip, and I went and purchased some chicken stock, 78 shares for about $5,000, and you can see there. And
We know nothing about stock, Your Honor.
Well, I met a friend who met a friend who got a friend that was a broker that told me if I invested during COVID, the chicken stock was going to the roof. She wanted her money back in about 30 days. I can't turn money around like that. Maybe 3 months, I think.
Mr. Fleming, so you mean to tell me you took $5,000 and because you got a tip from someone who knew someone who was a friend of yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was a friend of theirs?
JD American, somebody.
Who knew a broker?
Yes, ma'am. And also, Your Honor, I have my single. It's called Chicken Wing. So they all kind of correlate. I had an epiphany vision dream about this chicken stuff. It was chicken stock, my chicken wing song. And I also, you know, I took the amount of the money and used it and shot a video, Your Honor. I've submitted that as well. It's called a chicken wing video, and it came with a line dance, and I paid the line dancers, and I shot a video, so all the money wasn't spent, or I just didn't squander the money.
Let's see the video.
Chicken wing, don't swing, girl. Chicken wing, don't swing, girl. Chicken wing,
Your Honor.
Yeah, you're not getting your money back.
You don't
This
think
was supposed to be
you don't
a
think that's
short-term
high,
loan.
Your Honor? You don't think that's going to blow up? You don't think I'm on to something, ma'am?
He promised at the time he took this loan he was going to pay it back in 3 months. It's been over a year. I don't know where this stock is going to start, where it's going to start appreciating.
What happened with the
I'm
stock?
waiting for the money
Your Honor,
back to put my
Has
son
the
into a
chicken
better
stock
school.
appreciated at all?
I thought, it would be back by now, but I guess not.
So the agreement was that he would pay you back when he made the money back.
The agreement was this would be a short-term loan, that he would pay it back within 3 months, and it's been over a year now.
And you didn't know in advance that he was investing $5,000?
I did not. This
the
money
stock?
was supposed to go towards the studio, new equipment, promotion, maybe some videos.
So this was not supposed to go towards chicken?
This was not supposed to go towards chicken, chicken stock, chicken anything.
Mr. Fleming,
Yes,
you said
ma'am.
you were transparent in the beginning with your text messages, your phone, your social media,
I tried.
but you were not transparent with $5,000.
Because I knew.
Hold on a second.
Yes, ma'am, I'm
and you
sorry.
knew it was wrong because you said you deliberately did not tell her that you were investing in chicken stock because you knew that she would not approve.
Your Honor,
Do you think it is a coincidence, sir, that you have a chicken wing video and you invested in chicken stock?
It's all about the chicken, Your Honor. I knew I had an epiphany, Your Honor.
Well, the problem is the $5,000 you invested in the chicken stock, that money was a loan. You said that you would pay her back within 3 months. So you do owe her that $5,000.
Yes, ma'am.
The other $2,000, you said you put that towards the agreement, what
Yes,
the two of you agreed on. So you have some more time to pay that money back. But the $5,000, you owe that now.
But what she don't understand, Your Honor, that in the music business, the turnaround is about a year better. I couldn't pay that money back in 3 months. It's almost impossible.
Well, then you shouldn't have made that agreement. Just because you decided to make a music video about chickens does not have anything to do with you investing in the stock, sir.
The song had got hot, Your Honor.
It's not hot. It is not.
People down in Mississippi, in the country places I go and sing my song, Your Honor, they do my Wayne Land, they do my dance with
Well,
me.
then you can
and
pay the money
and
back.
they sing my song
Then
with
you
me,
can
Your
pay the
Honor.
money back. If it's doing that well,
Yes,
then you can pay
ma'am.
the money back.
It's doing well, Your Honor.
I wish you well. I hope this stock goes through the roof.
Through the roof, yes.
So $7,000 is what you owe Miss Iqbal. As far as the relationship, you have to understand that Mr. Fleming is in this business. He's an entertainer. He's a promoter. And we see a lot of these cases where people come in and you're just really unsure about what's going on because of the nature of the business. He's not changing his industry. He's not changing his business. If you're not comfortable with that, that's something that you have to think about. Because your job is to accept him for who he is or minimize your suffering. If it bothers you that much, perhaps you don't need to be in a relationship with an entertainer. But if you stay in their relationship, you have to accept him for who he is. Good luck to both of you, but $7,000 is my judgment in your favor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think I just have to be a little more patient with her. Try to take into account of the culture differences, and more than anything, I'm gonna get her money back, you know? I don't believe in taking advantage of people. She's probably the best thing happened to me.
And if I'm gonna, make it in this relationship, I have to just give him some more room and not be as worried about things. Gonna continue to support him, but before jumping in, make sure we plan things out in the future to make sure we know the course of what we're trying to accomplish.
We're just gonna try to work this out and, and continue to do what we set out to do.